Mitch, I think 4 goals on the weekend, your personal best. That must be a nice little barrier to tick over to get 4 in a game.
Yeah, 4 in a game is pretty nice. It's obviously the boys keep the ball, got the ball down forward pretty well for us. So lucky enough, I grabbed hold of my opportunities and lucky enough to kick 4, which is great.
Yeah, you've had a great year in a lot of ways, but it's been a bit of a tougher few weeks prior. It's probably the first time it's been a bit lean for you. Are you thankful to Pikey that he sort of stuck with you the whole way through and you got to repay that a bit on the weekend?
Yeah, it's been a long year for myself. It's probably the most games I've played consistently since I can probably remember. So, the last few weeks, like I said, haven't been too great for myself, but Pikey and the coaching group and the playing group has stuck by me, and lucky enough it's sort of come through on the weekend. But
what did he say to you during that time? Like, what was his advice while you're maybe struggling a bit more than you had been previously?
His advice to me was sort of just to play off instincts. That's pretty much, yeah. He saw that I was leaning away from what I was playing my first few rounds of the year, so just said to come back to where I started, what I was thinking at the start, and go from there. So, and I think that sort of helped me on the way through in the game.
Have you enjoyed your first year playing AFL? You stepped up to the big league pretty well. Do you feel that's the case?
Yeah, it's been very exciting my first year of footy. I didn't think it would be like this at all for myself. Very surprised with how I've gone. But the playing group helped me on the way. The coaching staff have been fantastic for me. And just like working with Tex, the players the likes, JJ, Teague, sort of helped me bring my own game into the team. So it's been very good for myself.
What's surprised you the most? You said you were surprised.
Yeah, I guess just the whole year itself. I didn't think I would be playing round 1, to tell you the truth. After my last year and injuries and things that I had, so and just to still be in the team until now was quite a surprise. But very grateful.
It seems like you've got a really good rivalry with your brother. You've obviously pushed each other along. Do you sort of, I know you're at different clubs, but you kind of push each other a bit? I know you're different positions too, but try and spur each other on to play well?
Yeah, I think so. It's sort of that brotherly bond you have. Although you might not speak every night or every week, you sort of look how he's going and you sort of always reflect on that and try to deep down inside do a bit better than him. So no, it's good to have that sort of outside competition with with your brother that you've always had your whole life, which is good for myself, I think.
You seem pretty laid back. Do you think that sort of, you might not be behind the scenes, but do you think that's helped you sort of step up to the top level?
It's a hard sort of question to answer. So I don't know. I guess I'll seem laid back. I think it's because I'm really comfortable with the club and how everything's going, how the playing group are sort of playing at the moment, and the coaching staff are talking to me at the moment. So I think that's why I look a bit laid back, but really I'm a bit anxious inside. But nah, it's going good.
And what about Tex? How important to get him back this week? You're confident that the big fella will be, standing alongside you this week?
Yeah, I think Tex, we're hoping he will. His training loads will ramp up tomorrow with the main training session, so we're hoping he'll be right to go. And just the same Tex that we all know, he'll slide back into the team, play his role that he does each week, which we all know he does the best of his ability, so we can't wait to have him back.
You mentioned the advice from Dom. Is there anybody else who sort of helped you out when you felt like you want to get back into form?
Pretty much all the playing group have really got behind me, especially last week. Didn't play that great, so they were all very positive with myself and the way I was leading into the next game. So pretty much everyone on our playing group was right behind me.
Is there any part of you that, as much as you said you want Tex back in the side, is there any part of you that thinks, when he wasn't there, I'm back in my neutral space?
Oh, it's hard to sort of get that one out. Look, it's sort of better having Tex in the team, in the lineup. He's our biggest key forward, so he's always taken the best defender in that sense. So it means that I can play my role in the team where it needs to be. So whether he's back or not, I'm more than happy, more than comfortable to be playing. So.
And have you done the numbers to figure out how many more wins or losses you and the Eagles need so that you can line up against your brother in the finals?
I actually haven't looked at anything further than that. just pretty much just for me, it's just every week as it comes. So obviously with the couple of weeks ago not playing that great, you always look to the week in advance what's going to happen. So unfortunately I haven't looked that far ahead, but now you've mentioned I probably will tonight. So
Do you use each other as a bit of a sounding board? Talk to each other for advice?
yeah, definitely when I first started we did, yeah. And just watching my brother and reflecting on his career so far has helped me adapt quicker into my beginning of the year. So yeah, he's a great help to me at the moment, and again still learning from him, but also not only him, just the boys around the club, Tex and JJ, the boys around the club who are playing senior footy for the club as well. You're learning a lot from them.
Mitch, a nice big win on the weekend, but probably the last 5 minutes just fell away a little bit. How important, given how close it is at the top, that if you're winning and winning well, you just got to keep the hammer down? Yeah,
that's something we discussed earlier in the week, that we want to play obviously our way of footy for the whole 120 minutes. That 5 minutes sort of let us down a bit, but yeah, there we go. But no, we've discussed that in the areas that we need to improve. So, and like I said, it's very important for us to play the Crows footy for the whole game.
Probably get another chance to have I know you won't say it, but a big win this weekend. As a forward group, do you look at opposition like Brisbane, who have sort of only really one experienced defender and then a bunch of younger blokes, and do you allow yourself your eyes to light up a little bit?
No, not as much. It's like I said, we always look to play Crows footy the way that we do each week, no matter what our opponent is. We want to be predictable to our teammates and the way that we play. So no matter what the opposition is, we obviously expect to go in to win, and just pretty much just play a role. So yeah, sorry about that sort of backhanded answer.
Take anything out of what your rivals down the road did to Brisbane last weekend? Did you go back and watch how they won by nearly 100 points?
Personally, I didn't actually watch the game, so I couldn't, but I'm sure the coaching staff and the boys would have had a good look at that game, yeah. And
Mitch, the Source is the other one. Hopefully he gets up, but if he's not, then I guess, just rest him. He's too important a player.
Yeah, you're right. Source, we're hopeful that he can get up. He's obviously doing everything he can. It's a bit too early. Well, I'm not too sure what's actually happening with him, but we know for a fact that young Riley O'Brien's playing some really good footy in the sample, and if Source doesn't quite make it, we're confident in Rob that he'll get the job done for us. So.
Do you need to be wary of a team coming off a 100-point loss? Like, they obviously would want to come back and put on a better performance this week.
Yeah, we always, leading into the weeks and the games, we always analyse the teams, and no matter how they've come off a game, they're always going to come out to win, obviously. And we're going to expect a good fight from them, and hopefully if we stick to our structures and our game plan, we'll get the job done on the weekend.